Witchcraft has been the subject of controversy for hundreds of years and is still considered a serious subject to occult followers as well as religious groups, as it is assumed witchcraft and the like date back as far as 931 BC with the writings of 1 Samuel. The religious texts mention the summoning of the damned by King Saul to bring back the dead spirit. In those early days, most people associated witchcraft with pagans and so-called wise women. Witchcraft and the imagery of a witch did not fully gain mainstream until the mid-1400s in Europe. In 1486, the book Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of Witches, was released to the public, written by two well-known and respected German Dominicans. Their publication added to the horror of the community, with the book being the guide of how to hunt, identify, and kill witches. Single women, as well as widows and unpopular women of the community, were targeted. Between 1500 and 1660, it is believed that 80,000 women were put to death for the crime of witchcraft. Germany had the highest execution rate for witchcraft. Protestant and Catholic churches soon began to spread the rhetoric on Sunday Mass in an attempt to keep the witchcraft from prevailing against the church. The German book that caused outrage sold more copies than any other book than the Bible for more than 100 years. As hundreds of years passed, so did the witchcraft craze in Europe. In the 1600s, it spread to the newly colonized nation of North America. Witchcraft and witches were often blamed for poor yield from crops, livestock dying, and attack from Native American tribes. The most notable event of witchcraft would come from the Salem witch trials. In 1692, children began coming down with witchcraft-like symptoms of violent seizures and Tourette's. Over 150 women were accused of witchery, and 18 were executed at the Salem gallows. 6 men were also executed with conspiring with the witches. Most were men trying to protect their wives from capital punishment. As popular as the Salem events were, Massachusetts was not the first state to have a witchcraft hysteria. In 1647, in the towns of Windsor, Connecticut, America's first execution took place. Alcée Young was the first woman executed on charges of witchcraft in the New World. 11 women were killed before 1697 in the state of Connecticut. Virginia handled the situation with more grace and passed laws criminalizing false accusations of witchcraft. 24 witch trials occurred over 100 years from the 1620s. None were executed in the state of Virginia. Modern-day witches are now more accepted, with many practicing the official religion of Wicca. Their views seem more of a liberal one, with their motto, "Harm None," and living a loving, tolerant lifestyle. They are more likely to use witchcraft for its healing properties or to protect somebody. In less developed countries such as South Africa, there is still extreme prejudice. Witches are still persecuted today, many being beaten or killed, in some cases burned alive. The modern-day witch may never be able to live down their history of being the damned.